Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Thank you so much for joining my channel today. I hope you're a subscriber, and if you're not, please don't forget to subscribe by the end of this video so you won't miss any of the new releases. So in our chair yoga class today, we are going to be using a yoga block, and we're going to be working a little bit on coordination today. So just have your yoga block handy. If you don't have a yoga block, if you have a couple of thick books that you could strap together, you could use those as well. So let's begin class by coming seated forward in our chair, glutes on the chair, hamstrings off the chair, that nice 90-degree bend at the knees and feet flat on the floor. Let's roll the shoulders back, releasing any tension we might be holding in the shoulders today. And then roll the shoulders to the front of the room. One more roll, and then place your hands wherever they land comfortably on your legs. Thinking about a nice tall posture here. We're going to take a moment now and focus on our breath. Let's begin first by closing our eyes and bringing our awareness to our breath, noticing as we inhale, the chest rises and then the belly rises. And as we exhale, the belly falls and then the chest falls. Let's notice our breath for the next 5 rounds of breath. Bring your awareness now to the crown of your head, and we'll begin a scan of our bodies from the crown of our head down to our toes. Notice how you're feeling in your body today, what your energy is like. Please note any little aches or pains that you might have, and remember that if there's a pose we're doing that doesn't feel right for you, you do not need to do it. Always stay safe in practice. Bring your awareness once again to our breath for our centering 4 square breathing practice. Let's begin with an inhale through the nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale, retain, exhale, retain. Return now to your regular breath and notice how you're feeling. Let's open our eyes and bring our hands to the side of our body for a moment. We're going to take a couple of inhale and exhales. We're going to bring our shoulders up to our ears as we inhale, releasing any shoulder tension. So inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale and release all the way down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale and release. And one more time. Inhale, shoulders up. And exhale and release. Beautiful. So we're going to work our spine in a couple of directions. So we're going to start with a gentle twist. So to start this twist, we're going to bring our hands forward. We're going to imagine that we're pulling back on a bow and arrow and then extending our arm fully behind us. And as we inhale, drawing that arm forward. So on the other side, as we exhale, pulling back on the bow and arrow and extending the hand behind, inhaling to draw forward. Changing sides, exhaling, bow and arrow, extend behind, inhale forward. One more time, exhale, bow and arrow, extend, and then inhale to draw forward. Let's lower our hands down to our legs. We're going to take our left hand to our right knee, the right hand behind you on the chair. Lengthen your spine here, and then exhale and twist and look over your shoulder for 8 rounds of breath. Breathing deeply to allow those muscles to relax as they first tense up initially as we move into this twist. One more breath here. Let's gently come back to our starting position, and we're going to do the other side. So our right hand to our left knee, our left hand behind us on the chair. Lengthen your spine, sitting tall, and then exhale, twist, looking over the shoulder for 8 breaths. One more breath here. Gently unwind. Beautiful. Now we're going to move our spine from side to side. So we're going to grab the chair with our right hand, take our left hand overhead, really reaching for the ceiling here, feeling the stretch in the side of the body and that rib cage lifting. We're going to come into a nice side bend, looking up through the fingers at the ceiling, holding for 4 breaths. Let's draw that hand overhead once again. And now we're going to change sides. So the hand in the sky grabs the chair, opposite hand reaches for the sky. Let's slowly come into that side bend. Hold for 4 breaths, looking up. Once again, reaching for the sky. And now we're going to do 6 singles. So go at your own pace and go as deep into that side bend as you feel comfortable doing. Looking up each time as you come into that bend. Last 2. Beautiful. And let's come sitting nice and tall in our chair. Once again, just the glutes on the chair. Now we're going to move the spine from front to back with some cow and cat breath, starting with your palms shining forward. On your next inhale, lift your arms and your gaze and allow your belly to come forward for cow. And as you exhale, arch the back to the back of the chair as you draw the arms down for cat. Inhale for cow, belly forward, gaze and arms up. Exhale for cat, arch the back as the arms come down. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And we'll do one more. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Beautiful, sitting nice and tall. Let's work on our wrists, rolling out the wrists, keeping them healthy. We spend a lot of our day using our wrists and we never think about stretching some of those muscles involved. Let's roll the other way. Beautiful. Now let's bring our hands to heart center, and I want you to lock your elbows into your body here. We're going to mesh our fingers really into a nice tight fist here, and we're going to roll in one direction, trying to isolate the movement in our hands and our wrists and forearms. Let's do 2 more in this direction, and we're going to pause, and now we're going to do the same thing in the opposite direction, always working on balance in the body. Two more. Beautiful, and shake it out. Now we're going to use our block, and we're going to take that block and we're going to place it on the floor just in front of our feet. So you're going to have that block just so the tip of your toes are just approaching that block. We're going to be thinking about a nice tall posture, and we're going to do some coordination on the same side of the body. So we are going to bring our left heel to the block as we punch forward, always keeping that slight bend in the arm. And then we're going to change and do the right side. Remember to keep that elbow slightly bent. So let's alternate. So we're doing same side of the body, heel and arm comes forward, and we're punching out. Now if you want to hold a little 1 pound hand weight or maybe a bottle of water, you could do that as well, just to add a little extra to this, but it's not needed. So alternating that heel tap and that punch on the same side of the body. Now we're going to change. We're going to punch up and we're going to touch our toes to the block instead. So punching up, touching the block with your toes, still working on the same side of the body. Let's go back to that heel and the punch forward, still on the same side of the body. And one more in each foot. Beautiful, and just pause for a moment here. Now we're going to work on opposites. So we're going to take the left heel and the right hand comes forward to punch. And let's work on those opposites now. So sometimes you have to stop and think a little bit, especially when we change to the toe and the punch up. Now let's alternate and change to the toe and the punch up. Toe and punch up, opposites. Looking up as you punch. Back to that heel and punch forward, still opposites. Back to the toe and punch up, still opposites. 2 more. Beautiful, and settle down once again. So we're just gonna make sure that block is in a good spot for us, and we're gonna play a little bit more with the arms. So we're gonna think about left heel touching the block. We're gonna extend our arms out to the side. We're still gonna work opposites. So when our left heel comes up and touches, we're gonna draw in and extend out with the right. And then we're gonna change. So opposites, and now the arms are moving in a completely different direction of the legs. This is where sometimes we get hung up on this. So just keep practicing. Now we're going to change this. We're going to start with the toes. So let's just get the toes going. And now let's change the arms. Let's go back to heels and in front. Shoulders might be getting a little tired here. Let's go back to the toes and arms over top. Four more. Beautiful. Let's relax the shoulders for a moment. Let's roll them to the back of the room. Release any tension. I know that's a lot on our shoulders. Let's roll the other way. One more roll. And then once again, we're going to do that inhale and shrug exercise. So starting with the hands by your side. Let's inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. Beautiful job. So once again, using that block, we're going to start with the opposites once again. So it is your left foot touching. We're going to have our arms out to the side. And now your right is going to curl under. So changing sides. And let's speed it up. Curling under. This is a lot for our shoulders. So if you need to lower down a little bit, if you're finding it a little too intense, that's okay. Do what feels best for you. Now we're going to change it to a toe tap. We're going to come across the front. Back to heels and under. And back to toes across the front. 4 more. 3 more, 2 more, last one. Beautiful job. Now we can just set that block aside. We will use it again near the end of class. So thinking about rolling those shoulders out once again. I know that was a lot of work on our shoulders today. Let's roll the other direction. Beautiful. Let's roll out the wrists once again. Roll the other direction. Now we're going to reach down for that block, and I want you to just place your hand on that block and reach the opposite hand for the sky. Looking up through that hand, and then we're going to rise up. We're going to take that block, change hands. We're going to reach down, place it firmly, and then look up through the opposite hand. Once again, rise up, change the block to the other hand, lower it first, look up. And we're going to keep doing this for a couple more rounds of breath. Changing that block. Taking your time, not going quickly. We want to make sure that block lands firmly on the ground. Nice side bend action happening here. Feel the stretch in your side as you reach up. Let's do one more in each direction. Beautiful, and bring that block together in front of you. Now make sure you're nice and comfortable on that chair. Maybe you've shifted forward a little bit, so make sure the glutes are actually on the chair. We're going to take the block between the palms of our hands. We're just going to lift it just above our line of sight so we can look past the block at the ceiling. I want you to think about sitting nice and tall here, and on your next inhale, gently twist to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Let's lower that block down. Beautiful job. So we're just going to keep that block between our hands. We're simply going to raise it up and come into cow. So think about allowing that belly to come forward. And then we're going to exhale into cat, arching the back. Inhaling to cow, belly comes forward. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Beautiful job. So we're going to play with this a little bit more and using some of our legs this time. So we're still going to do cow and cat, but we're going to alternate lifting one foot off the floor for cow and placing it down for cat. So once again, starting with that block down by our knees, inhale to cow, lift one foot off the floor, and as you exhale to cat, place it down. Inhale to cow, lift a foot. Exhale to cat, place it down. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. 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 We'll do one more on each side. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. We're going to continue holding our block in this fashion. We're going to keep working on cow and cat. Only this time when we come into cow, we're going to rise into standing chair, looking through that block. And then we'll sit and we'll come into cat. Are you ready? Beautiful. Let's inhale and rise to cow. Exhale and sit to cat. Inhale and rise. Exhale and sit. Inhale and rise. Exhale and sit. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sit. Two more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sit. Last one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sit. Beautiful job. Now let's hold that block in just one hand. We're going to take our feet on a slight diagonal. We're still going to have a decent bend in our knee. It's just not quite 90. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bring this block down between our legs, and we're going to alternate a twist where we bring our hand to rest on the block. So we're going to reach down for the block and bring the opposite arm overhead, looking through the fingers for 6 rounds of breath. You're going to slowly bring that hand down to the block, and then you're going to take the opposite arm overhead for 6 rounds of breath. One more breath. Slowly change. Now some singles, 8 singles. Reaching up and then changing the hand on the block and reach up. Rotate down and change and reach up. Keep going. One more time. Both hands on the block. Let's slowly rise up. Bring those legs in together. Beautiful job. We're just going to set this block aside. Bringing those knees back so you have a nice 90-degree bend. Once again, let's roll those shoulders out. Roll them forward. And starting with your palms at your side, let's inhale, draw those arms up overhead. Bring those palms together. Lower them to heart center and close your eyes. Bring your attention and awareness to the crown of your head and do one last scan of your body from the crown of your head to your toes. And just notice how you're feeling after this practice today. Noticing with awareness and not with judgment. Completing the scan of your body and bringing your awareness again to your breath, breathing deeply. I'd like to thank you for sharing your energy with this practice today and for taking a little time to not only give us a really nice full body stretch, but also work on coordination a little bit. Thank you again for attending this class today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in today's class. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.